Hi, lovely people. Today, I would like to elaborate on some of the questions that I get. One of them is, Abigail, trust me, I don't even know how this one came from. I didn't think about this. And seriously, I didn't think about it. I don't know how it even happened. Even though we do not know how, sometimes certain, end products of the decisions that we make happen, it happened anyway because we made a decision to do that. So I want us to understand how our mind works so that when we make a decision unconsciously and get the end product coming in a mess, somehow we don't blame anyone, but we blame ourselves. In our minds, we have the conscious and the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the storehouse of a lot of information, memory. Everything you have done from the very beginning you were born till now is stored in your subconscious mind. The things that you want to do comes consciously, then you act. But sometimes, if you are not conscious, really attentive to something that you really want to do, the information that will be stored in your subconscious mind automatically take effect because your mind cannot just be blank. So either you are consciously taking certain decisions or the subconscious mind automatically acts for you. So if growing up, you came from a home that you have, let's say, everybody screams and all that, then if something goes exciting or absurd, by nature, by how you were brought up or the information you have in your subconscious mind, it's just easy for you to go screaming and shouting because that is how you were brought up. Do you understand? Exactly. So the subconscious mind will always come to play when you are not so conscious of the things that you do. So this is what goes on in our minds. In our minds are a lot of thoughts, so many thoughts that just sometimes spontaneously pump into our mind or sometimes we, think it. So the thought in our minds is like a tug of war. Some of them are positive, some of them are negative. But all the positive and the negative thoughts in your mind are trying so hard to have dominance in your life. So the positive thoughts want you to take them, and the negative thoughts also want you to take them. So it's kind of a battle. At the end of the day, who makes the decision? You. So when a thought spontaneously or you decide, you scheme, or ignorantly make a decision, at the end of the day, you made it. It's just that either you made it consciously, you made it ignorantly, or you made it subconsciously. That is why it's important that you are always conscious of what you do. You need to be calm and make conscious decisions. Other than that, the subconscious mind with all its information stored will just pop in and act for you. And it might not go the way you want it. But when you consciously decide to make this particular decision and act it, then at the end of the day, probably it may end well, for you. So we should understand that in our minds are thoughts, and these thoughts, some are positive, some are negative. And when a thought that is negative or positive pump into your mind, you as a person has the final say whether you should consent to the negative thoughts or you should consent to the positive thoughts. If you consent to the positive thought, hooray! Then at the end of the day, what it means is, if continuously you consent to positive thoughts, then repetitively you get what? You bring success into your life. If continuously you consent to negative thoughts, then repetitively what you are doing is that you are also bringing failure into your life. So at the end of the day, the choice is in your hands. Formatting and rebuilding the African mind. I am The Guardian.